What's up everyone, hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to Paradise Lost, and we are at the beginning of the chapter Depression. So I'm got that. It's every time I load it up, every time I quit and I load it up. So I have to go into settings, click reset, accept, and then we can move again. I'm so glad that I looked that up in the Steam thing. So we are on the chapter Depression now, and this is
Level 4. This is where the labs are supposed to be.
I knew you'd make it.
Eva?
Yes, I'm here if you need me.
okay. It's like a huge ass decontamination area. I don't like that they have labs.
I don't see a microphone. How are you hearing me?
I don't know.
I mean, she's everywhere, right? Because she's the machine. I'm adamant. Demonstrates incompetence endangers the completion of the Eve project, leads the colony into disarray, or places its continued existence in danger. Fails to meet production quotas for 3 consecutive months. Exhibits signs of incapacity, mental or physical illness, rendering him incapable of performing his duties. Attention, Chief Commander of Military, top secret. He must be eliminated and replacement chosen. Surprised we haven't actually seen a like a statue of him here. And was he actually in this bunker, or was he somewhere else? Did he just like choose people to be here?
Hey, I can see the top of your head in one of the cameras.
That's great. That's not creepy at all, is it?
How are you talking through this?
What do you mean?
It looks like a portable camera.
That's so cool. Now I'll be able to see everything you see.
Oh,
Can
that's
you
not
open the
good.
gate for me?
Yeah, I can, but I need its serial number. Try looking for an electrical panel connected to it.
Oh man, you're gonna make me go into the creepy ass elevator?
The elevator's stuck.
I think it's the same one that I took before. If it hadn't broken down, I might never have found you.
Okay, we don't actually have to go there further. Okay, so I need a serial number. Oh, it's here.
Hold still. I have to type it in. Okay, got it. It should be open now.
Thank you.
We're unstoppable.
I don't like, she's creeping me out. She is actually really creeping me out. How do they get branches down here?
I heard everything you said down there in that food processing place.
Oh,
I just wanted to tell you that I understand. I know what it's like to be left alone. Things stop making sense and you think everything's hopeless, but you have to keep going. Especially now, when we are so close. The control room is somewhere on this level.
this is incredible. How deep underground are we?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's not the way.
Yeah, I'm glad you said something because I was literally about to just like tumble off. I think we go this way. I wonder if you can die. No, I can't go that way. Oh, I go this way.
Are those the labs?
It looks more like a prison to me.
So this is where they kept the criminals.
I don't seem to have any control over this place. Its core architecture is much older than anything else around here. It's not even connected to the mainframe.
You know a lot about this stuff.
Well, I have a lot of time on my hands just sitting here.
Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I guess I have to go through one room and then I can go through the other. There's stuff in these rooms that we can look through. I can't seem to get through any of them.
They needed permission to go downstairs. They were issued a one-use punch card for good behavior. So, if we want to go downstairs, we'll have to find an unused punch card. Try opening up the cells.
Oh, this opens the cells. Okay.
The punch card and get out of here.
But if they were prisoners, I mean, why do they have prisoners down here? Unless it was the people that
What does this
turned
mean?
bad.
But the prisoners who were kept here were all fertile women.
Why?
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh. To do his like 1,000-year Reich or whatever. Oh my goodness. Okay. As a specialist in the field of dentistry, I would like to turn your attention to the teeth-related aspects of your program. Research has shown over 90% of Polish women suffer from tooth decay and other dental diseases, negatively affecting their reproductive capacity. Dental diseases delay the onset of pregnancy and are significant factors in miscarriages and low birth weight. What the hell is this shit? This is crazy. Oral hygiene must be meticulously maintained during pregnancy. Bile spat up during morning sickness destroys enamel. Women must rinse their mouth with water after each oh my goodness. I suggest each woman admit to the program and undergoes full dental treatment before being sent to the farm. Before being sent to the farm. The farm. They are literally just farming out women to have kids. Oh man, that's disgusting. That's just... I have no words for that. Why can I open this but I can't look at anything? I wish that we could do the light. That's no. I mean, there's glass walls and everything. So there were like 2 women to each bunk. And you could see them having showers, and I know that's kind of what prison is like, but I mean, come on. That's so gross. Ugh. No, thank you.
Look, this one hasn't been used at all. We could leave now.
The women here were only allowed to go downstairs a couple of times, and this woman never even used her pass.
Okay, so the more whole... Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Proper giving me the right creeps. Day 3. It is my 3rd day here, and still I marvel
How
at the
bad is the
conditions.
world outside that the prison seems like a better option?
Everything is clean to the point of sterility. The Germans treat us with a measure of politeness, and the food is fantastic. Oh my goodness, you're a cattle. You're a freaking farm animal. What is wrong with you, woman? They see we get enough physical activity and maintain proper hygiene. It would all be wonderful vacation, except I still do not know where I am, nor why I am here. Okay, so they don't know why, no one to talk to about it. I share my room with Steffa, but as soon as we enter it, she begins crying into her pillow. I tried to speak to the other girls in the cafeteria, but they only point to the walls with an uneasy look in their eyes. Is someone eavesdropping? It seems I will have to survive a while longer without conversation. At least I have you, dear diary. I mean, come on. If the chick's crying in a pillow and no one else will talk to you, there's something going wrong. There's something seedy about this face.
This one is used up.
That's a lot of crossword puzzles. Okay. A 4 another word for heaven it's not.
For hell.
Hell. That's it. Damn, even the crossword puzzles here are depressing.
Wait, let me have a look at the other ones. Oh, I can't read them anyway. I can't read them anyway. Okay, I think I have 2 more rooms left. Oh, this one's got paintings on the wall.
Those paintings.
Read about them.
My mom used to draw something like that.
It's probably just a coincidence.
Do not tell me that we escaped and I was born here. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to know.
Slava? That's my
Oh.
mom's name.
Oh.
She was one of the prisoners. Why did she never mention it to me?
What do you want to talk about this place?
I'm forever grateful for what you did for me. He looks exactly how I remember him. I was terrified when I realized that I was starting to forget him. But now, thanks to you, I don't have to worry anymore. He'll always be with me. I'm writing this to you because I know you don't like to talk about it, but I hope one day you also get to experience what it means to be a mother. Those brief moments that we share with our children make all the suffering we go through worthwhile. No, I don't think it does, but okay. I'm praying to any god that is listening that they bless you with a child. Okay. Well, they obviously did because... Hello, I'm here, walking around in the flesh. Very creepily in this
Here's
place.
another one.
I've already got one. This one's all used up as well.
Looks like it's all used up.
Okay, so we didn't find one in I'm gonna call it our mother's room. So okay, I think we have to just go this way. Do I get it back?
I'm glad that's over.
Same.
Wait, that tree. It looks familiar.
Ah, I can't get out of this, I'm sorry. This one. Oh wow, did you see the floor change?
This is it? This is what they were denied? The right to meet their own children? You know what? I've tried to be brave, but this is too much for me.
So they
Call
only
for me when we're out of there.
They only saw their children. They were only allowed to see their own kids 3 times. Did they birth more than what? Oh my goodness, this is really creepy. There's a tree bursting through here though. Obviously where they had them. I don't really want to go in any further. Ugh. It's too creepy. Too creepy. Ew. I mean, where are they all? I mean, it'd be extremely horrible if you looked in there and you just saw like dead like kids, but still, there was absolutely nobody here. Not even one corpse I have seen, or skeleton, whatever. Instructions concerning the selection of children. What the hell? Children involved in the program must pass a righteous selection process. As a first step, children with Aryan, oh my goodness, I've been saying that word so wrong, I'm sorry. Children with Aryan traits should be identified. They will be passed to real German families, or once the program is underway, to the colonists. The remaining children should, by the time they are 5 years old at least, be split into 3 groups. Those with above average intelligence as measured on the disc subjected to programming. Those with normal intelligence prepared for field labor or factory work. See, those in any manner retarded placed in the T4. What is the T4 program? Note. Point C does not apply. Point C does not apply to autistic children. They are difficult to manage but score impressively in tests. Oh my goodness, this is too much. I want to know what the T4 program is. Have I passed it? Was that thing that that guy was working on in that room? When he was talking about the brains? Frickin' T4 program. This is crazy. I'm laughing, but it's crazy. It's so ridiculous. Okay, I wish to inform you, one of our educators has grown louder in expressing her discontent with the conditions at our school. She feels that cozy environs, exquisite food, learning through play, frequent physical activities, ample leisure time, and state-of-the-art medical care should not be wasted on Slavic swine. Oh my goodness. She complains that her own children, Aryans who can trace their heritage back at least 7 generations with much more modesty and without such extensive aids. Furthermore, their education is frequently interrupted by the need to take shelter from enemy bombing raids. Oh my goodness. What way do I go? Should I have a look this way? I honestly don't know what I was expecting with the game, but it definitely wasn't like
Eva,
all
Yes?
of this.
could you open the door for me like you did before?
Are you sure you want me to do that? Knowing this place, it can...
Yes, I do.
Okay then.
Thank you. Oh, is this where they got inseminated? Or is this where they were birthed?
They were inseminating women here.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
horrible. I knew coming in here was a bad idea.
Okay. So they didn't actually do the deed. They just literally farmed them like cattle, like you would do to... Okay, that's lovely. Sarcasm, obviously, but...
A classroom?
I frickin' wouldn't want to be in this classroom, jeez. Ugh, I've got the right creeps. I got the, like, it's giving me, like, proper the heebie-jeebies. I wish to call to your attention in a manner which I believe is of utmost importance to the program you oversee. Cutting-edge research by... I'm going to butcher that, indicates that teaching children to play musical instruments has a very positive effect on their intelligence, particularly their linguistic ability and spatial perception. Out of concern for the proper mental development of our young colonists, I ask that a grand piano be included in the colony's supplies, for such an instrument provides the best way to practice one's scales and thus enter the broader musical world. My husband is a fervent... Okay. Teach him to play piano, not so bad. Utterly? Yeah. Inseminating freaking women. Just to use them to birth your 1,000-year Reich Aryan race, like freaking insane people. Yeah, there's something a little bit freaking wrong with that.
I think this is the way out.
From the looks of it, the control room should be just beyond the dam.
Ugh. I mean, ugh. No, it's crazy.
It's never easy, is it? We'll have to find a way around.
Oh, wow.
What is this place? Eva?
What is this?
I grew up here.
Wait, what?
Didn't you say that you grew up in the village in the mountains?
I did.
And you thought this was it?
Shimon, this isn't funny. What is going on here?
I don't know.
Oh look, there's a face. All of a sudden the water has stopped when you go to like this point. This is so strange. Was this like the outcast people? Oh, this is just getting weirder and weirder. Oh, water started.
Are you sure this is the place?
It is. At least I think it is. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Oh, I'm not quite sure either. The tree carvings is pretty cool though. Okay, you heard you say it, told her husband he was a fool to give you meat. Why not old bread if we got to give something, she said. Anyway, she only gives anything so people don't call her cheap, so please, mighty, let's punish her like she deserves and reward me, your faithful servant. Is this spelt wrong on purpose? Or is it supposed to be spelled like that? I don't know. My spelling is atrocious. My reading is really bad. But, I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look around before I go up and have a look at
This
the
place looks really nice.
It does,
You don't
yeah.
have to humor me.
No,
I
it
wonder
actually
what
does.
happened to all the people who lived here with me.
Ew.
It looks like they're gone for good.
Seems like it. Don't get me wrong, I've built all sorts of crap in my time. When I framed and roofed a summer villa for the chief of police, he nearly wet himself with admiration when he saw it. I stayed out of the camp because of that. Unlike my predecessors who botched the job, those forms I made outside for the underground bunkers that housed Major Speedy's partisans. They took a bombing and still didn't bust. But a statue? What am I? Some kind of log chopping wood carver? No, I'm a carpenter, damn it. Might know his stuff about gods, but he doesn't know shit about wood. Although I suppose when the gods are involved, it's best not to make a fuss. Oh well, guess I'll hack out that statue for him. Oh, so the person who was here made. Oh, this one's cool. Oh, they're actually kind of really cool. There is so much detail in this. I do like how much detail there is here. Like, there is a lot to look at. Oh, look, toilets. Can I go in here? No, I can't. They have, like, proper toilet roll. It's very nice.
And what's here?
This is where we used to gather. My father performed rituals at that altar. They were preparing a ritual for a successful journey.
So they left without you?
It looks like they didn't finish the ceremony. It's missing some offerings. Without them, the journey won't be successful.
Do you want me to leave it?
So, do you want me to finish the ceremony?
You know what? Yes, I do.
What do we need?
2 things. An animal offering and a sacred item. What should we start with?
Let's start with an animal offering. Where can I find something like that?
We have to get creative.
I could try to catch. I'm not going back to that place.
I have an idea. Go behind the stage, there's a workshop there.
And we will find a food offering there.
Sort of.
Oh, in this basket. Aww.
Are you sure this will work?
Don't worry, it's just about symbolism. Let's look for that sacred item. Go to the bedrooms, you'll find it there.
Why were there so many toys there?
All the children grew up, and because of the radiation, no new ones were born. The youngest was Antek. Now straight ahead.
What am I looking for?
My hairpin.
What does the hairpin look like?
My father carved it in the shape of a bison. At least that's what he said it was. This is where I last saw it.
This is kind of cute, to be honest. In here?
EK?
Those are my initials.
Did you do that?
No, Antek carved it for me. He got such a talking to after.
What does the K stand for?
I don't remember.
I mean, obviously it would be the last, your last name. Right? I don't know. Where is this pin? Unless it's through here. Lots of paintings. Okay, where would the pin be?
I can't find it.
I guess we'll have to find something else instead.
Oh, these
How
glasses.
about the ring on the drawer?
Yes, that could work. You just have to bless it, but that's not going to be difficult. It looks like we have everything. We can go back to the altar now.
Okay, great.
I wonder what happened to that hairpin.
Maybe they took it.
No, they knew how important it was to me.
I'm sure it will turn up somewhere.
Put the offerings in the bowls. Now bless the items, and the ritual will be complete.
How do I do that?
How do I do that?
Just say a few words. Something profound. The gods like that.
How about... No matter how dark the night, new day, sun will rise.
Yeah, that works. I think we did it. Their journey should be successful now. Wherever they went. Thank you for doing this for me.
You're welcome, I
This
guess.
is lab here, and the people from that recording live here. Did you recognize any of them? Like Knudsen?
That scientist? I don't remember anyone like that. At least I don't think I do.
It's so weird that there's like a place like this, and amongst everything that was like going on, like further up, I guess. Grant me the gift of motherhood. Let me savor the sight of my own child as he learns to walk and talk, as he grows and supports me and my husband in our old age. I tried treating myself with primrose oil, flaxseed oil, and chestnut extract, and a herbalist friend gave me a mixture of lady's mantle. Okay. The years go by and I fear my own will be barren. Ew, sorry. I don't know why that kind of stuff just really creeps me out. I know having kids for some people is like this really big thing that like they want so bad. They love it. And
I'm
stuff.
glad that
No,
we finished
no.
the ritual. Their journey should be safe now. And maybe ours will be too.
Just like it creeps me out. It creeps me out. I just don't like it. But I know, like, for some people that's like a big thing. That's all they want in life. But yeah, no. It's just not. It's so weird that this is that. It's just, I don't know. Like two completely different places. Two completely different vibes. It's like a Garden of Eden or something. Oh my goodness, please no more talk of birthing.
Something isn't right about this place.
What do you mean?
I just don't remember being here.
There's a lot of those wood carvings. This place looks... Oh, this looks so cozy. Why does this look super cozy?
The tree.
It's the same as the one in your mom's drawings. That's Lucian, the mom you're looking for. And there's Dominica. They look like they were friends.
He changed.
He definitely got older.
Husband to be, huh?
That is one cute baby. Thomas, your photo fits the empty space, but that doesn't make any sense. It would mean that the baby is you?
Huh. So we're from here. This place, doesn't that place look super freaking cozy though? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh, I don't really want to go through here.
I can't imagine what you're going through learning that Lucian is your father.
He will never be my father. And I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, just... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, bitch. Leave it. This place is fancy. Oh, the big heavy door,
It must
but
be your father's... Oh, I mean, Lucian's study.
then like an open roof. It's kind of weird. Oh, look at my little pony. I'm a bit big for it now, but it's fine. Okay.
Who's he trying to save?
I leave this with you. When the time comes, it is the gods who will judge my actions. I will stand before them, I will look them in the eyes, and I will not blink, because I know that one cannot have a higher purpose than devoting their whole life to saving their loved ones. Oh, very sweet, very sweet. I'm still very confused. What is this? Oh, do I have to find another one of those things?
My dear friends, now that's not it. Bracia I siostry. Yes, much better. Bracia I siostry. Recently, there have been many events that have left us at a loss for words. Things that lack any rational explanation. Recoveries from illness that seemed impossible. The appearance of farm animals that were thought to be extinct. I have long believed that someone has been watching over us. Still, I was afraid to share my thoughts. That is, until now.
Lucian!
Fate has brought us here, to the land of Veles, the Slavic god of water and the underworld.
Lucian, obiad.
Give me a moment, please. You know I get nervous before these things.
I'm sorry, just hurry up, it's getting cold.
Okay. Brothers and sisters, we do not know when we shall leave this bunker. We must fend for ourselves. Yet events have transpired that are hard to explain rationally. I found new tunic in his old one could no longer be patched up. Oh, sorry. Found new tunic when his old one could no longer be patched up. Found new hoe after her old one broke. I have the feeling that someone is watching over us, and recently he has given us a sign. Fate's tangled path has brought us to the kingdom of Veles and Slovak gods of the waters, of the underworld, yet also of song and poetry. I feel it is he who is behind all of these marvels. He is giving us signs so that we will believe. Let us erect an altar and a statue to worship him so that we may win his favor and his aid. So that must be what that giant thing is in the middle. The tree carving. There's so much stuff to look at. This one's cool. I like that one. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, I thought this was where we
Can we talk about what just happened?
What do you?
I don't think I want to. Let's just focus on our goal. The console room should be close.
Sure.
You said you lived here with other people.
As far as I remember,
Where did they all go?
they must have left just before you got here.
I don't think you're telling the truth.
Yeah, I don't think you're telling me the truth either.
So, you grew up here, underground. Do you remember the world outside?
Sure I do. Before the bombs hit, I had a normal life on the surface.
Before the bombs hit? Wasn't that like 20 years ago? That doesn't make any sense.
This is making less and less sense to me. These like little shrines. I like the green and that. It's definitely a change of atmosphere and appearance than what we've been like going through. Nice, I like it.
Is this the right path?
I don't know.
Wait, what is that? Oh, I thought we were gonna climb. I thought we were gonna climb up.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
It
I
can't
don't
be
know how
much
to do
further.
it.
Please, you need to help me.
I don't know how.
What is even happening? This is totally not the control room.
Eva, your name's on the grave. What's going on here?
I don't remember. I don't want to remember.
Fernanda? That's his name. You're his daughter.
Stop it. I don't want to hear it. You should never have come here.
But you wanted me to help you.
You can't help me. No one can. This place was built on lies and death. There's only pain here. I'm not going to suffer anymore. I'm shutting it down. It's over. You hear me? It's over.
Eva? Eva, if he's your father, then I will say this is. Whether you want me to or not.
Okay, so she is literally the machine. I kind of called it. But I'm very confused as to why is she like stuck here? Unless he moved her, I don't know, you know what it's like. He moved her consciousness over to a machine and she's just been like stuck here waiting for somebody to come along and help her. I don't know, I'm very confused by this, but it's intriguing nonetheless. She doesn't like blow the whole thing up. I don't think we have the speedy speeds to run. Come on, come on. Oh wow. Like really lagging out just there. Why would you do that? Trying to help. So weird the like change of, oh my goodness, imagine if all that fell. Okay, sentry again. It's small, I can squeeze through here. You can't get away from me, girl. Can't get away. I have no idea what it is that says. Unfortunate. Oh look, it's the same symbol as well. It's like a different symbol. Am I going the right way? Oh, I can use the key. Oh wait, God post villages. A security scan of the village takes place for the colonists. Should we do village?
You damn fools! Hey! Zostaw mnie! Zostaw mnie! Kurwa! You haven't the slightest idea! You will feel the wrath of the gods!
refuse to be part of your twisted little fantasy any longer.
Okay. The suspect gets locked down. The suspect gets exposed to lethal accounts of sedatives. Execution. I really don't know what one to do. Should we do, I think either way they die, right? Should we do isolation? New room.
The unfaithful are no more. They brought the wrath of the gods upon themselves. Do you understand? They are to blame. But we're still together. Everyone who matters is alright. What happened to her?
I am very confused. Do I take the pin? Fancy letting me open this when I can't do anything with it. Okay. So now what? Wait, now what? Oh, is it me? Is it me that is locked in here now? Oh wait, or do I go up this ladder? I think I locked myself in here, you know. Unless I have to go back down through the elevator. I'm slightly confused. But at least I know that I wasn't going insane thinking that she is what I think she is. Like the machine. Okay, so its status is off. Backup generator. Okay, so status is on. Lobby, access granted, energy level. Oh wow, what is this place? Do I have to do all of these rooms? Should we do all of them and then... It's lagging out very like a lot here. It's really laggy. Like all of a sudden it's so very like laggy.
So this is where you spend all of your time?
Dominica?
I came to talk.
Not right now.
I know we haven't seen eye to eye for a very long time, but I wanted to put our differences aside and come here to extend my condolences.
Thank you. But I have to get back to work.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. People at the processing plant are worried. No one's seen you since the funeral.
I've been busy. As I said, I need to get back to work.
I understand that's how you operate, but this obsession... it's not healthy.
Wait. The plant isn't overloading the system, is it?
No. Everything's working fine. People are calling it a miracle.
Good. Good.
I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child.
Dominica, I don't have time for it.
Time for what? Grieving the death of your daughter?
You don't understand. I can still do something.
She's gone, Lucia. You can't bring her back. There's not going to be a second miracle.
Just you wait and see.
So... he faked her death?
I don't think he faked it. I think he... I don't know. Unless he's keeping her alive somehow. Or he didn't fake it, but he put her consciousness inside of a machine. That's what I'm thinking. It is super like laggy all of a sudden. I must report an issue resulting from the AI's rapid consumption of biocomponents. They maintain usability for roughly 4 months, significantly less time than planned. After that, they serve no purpose, and as per protocol, should be subject to whatever the heck that says. There's little room in the cemetery, and secondly, frequent burials could negatively impact colonists' morale. Once the colony begins to function normally, I would be grateful for any suggested solution. There are a lot of skulls, oh my goodness. Why? Ugh, it's creeping me out again. It's gone from like not creeping me out to creeping me out really bad again. I don't know why it's so laggy at the moment. I don't want to have to restart it from the last checkpoint because I have no idea when that was. I need to have another... You don't need to, but okay. It is my hypothesis that if two hosts share DNA, it is easier for them to communicate. They are, for lack of a more appropriate word, synchronized. Better than two unrelated biocomponents. The increased speed at which similar subjects shared electrical pulses in the past supports its conclusion. What? This is enough for me to attempt to connect a second host that is related to the one currently connected. Unfortunately, it can't be me. Firstly, because I am too old, and secondly, because there will be no one on the other side to oversee the experiment. The only other option is to create a child of my own. Unfortunately, the likelihood of this happening is low, considering there have been no successful pregnancies in the past 5 years. But perhaps something can be done if I were to use the genome altering medicine that the Nazis were experimenting with. I am very confused. So the Nazis were here and then they swapped out people that were here. I don't know. I mean, literally they have a bunch of skulls here. This is really creeping me out. So am I his daughter that is dead or is now said machine? Am I her brother? That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm her brother. Ew.
I know I can fix this.
The only thing we can do now is pray.
Stop.
If this is what the gods want for us, then we should accept it.
I said stop. There's something we can do. I just need more time.
Lucian, we have to accept things the way they are. This place you're in, it isn't healthy. You have to move on. Why would you even want to bring a child into this world?
Because we need to.
Does that mean he made me?
Yes, I'm correct. I'm right. I'm getting it all. I don't like it. Why would we come back here? Are those like... Is this like chicken pox or something? Okay, I think I have the door over here to do. Oh, there's a way down. I think there's a way down. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I can't do this one. Overlook. Oh, I guess we get to. Oh, we got to pick what rooms we wanted to go in. Oh goodness, oh my goodness, it is open. It scared the heck out of me. I feel like I'm entering a furnace. Like, is anyone else getting that feeling? I literally feel like I'm entering a furnace. Okay, acceptance. So we finished depression. So there seem to be like different stages of maybe what the people in the bunker went through. Or what we're going through, or what she's going through. We're on like level 5 now. Okay, I'm going to leave this one here, and then in the next episode we will continue with the acceptance chapter. So thank you all so much for watching this episode in the series. I hope you're enjoying it. I do like walking sims. This one's definitely different and weird, and parts of it has definitely given me the creeps, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. Hit the like button, leave comments, don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care, bye.